Hello, Bridget Bartlett here. I am the president of Vision Marketing and Design.com, and today we are live inside of my Vision Marketing and Design team training, where we are live Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this week, what we're talking about is how to automate your YouTube marketing. So as you can see right now, I go live every single day, Monday through Friday, and really what I want to do is I want to set up my YouTube marketing because that's my main traffic source. I want to set this up on autopilot as much as possible because the more time you can save, the more money that you can make. Okay. A lot of business owners get stuck in working in their business and they forget that they need to actually work on the business to scale it. So I don't want to spend a lot of my time working in the business when I can automate a lot of things. And you obviously can't automate your live training. You need to be live, you need to be teaching, you need to be branding yourself and positioning yourself and providing value and letting people know who you are and what you do and what you know, right? So that's why YouTube is so important. But just because you can't automate the actual video creation process, you can automate all the other things and make your YouTube marketing as effective as possible. You know, it is frustrating when you first start creating a YouTube channel and you're like, yeah, I'm doing all this work to create this video and no one's watching. Eventually they will watch. Okay. But what we need to do in the meantime is we need to promote our YouTube channel in every way possible. And one of the best ways that I have found is by sending an email to my list when I create my event or upload a video to my YouTube channel automatically. It does take, maybe even sometimes up to an hour to create the email and then send it out to your list. And if it takes you an hour a day, that's 5 days a week, 5 days times, 4 weeks. That's 20 hours a month that you're spending sending emails to your list every time you upload a YouTube video. Okay, so I definitely don't want to do that. I want to save 20 hours of my time because it's definitely worth more than my email autoresponder. Okay, so before I get into breaking this down and showing you actually how easy this is and what tools I'm going to use to make this happen, I definitely want to invite you to join my team. You can go to visionmarketinganddesign.com and become a member. You can see here if you want to enroll in my local business course. I actually got started in marketing because we have a local business. Creating an agency, learning digital marketing skills, and all of that is a great way to monetize your purpose. So you can definitely check that out there. You can learn a little bit more about me. Like I said, we do live training Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On Friday, our training is actually a Zoom session, so you can hop in the Zoom and I can hopefully answer any questions that you may have. I do have some free guides here if you want to download those. If you're a team member, you actually get 30 days of free social media content that you can brand as your own. You can resell it. This is free every single month. This is what the package includes. So you definitely, if you're brand new in marketing, one of the things that you can do before you start actually creating content or learning what type of content, that's where everyone struggles. So that's why having this social media so that you can start getting leads and traffic to your business, even before you have any idea what you want to actually do with these skills, getting the traffic and speeding up that process is going to put you on the fast track to being successful online. As a member, you also save 50% on all the templates in the template shop. You also get access to 85,000 plus free PLR products like ebooks, blog articles, video courses, and so on. You also can earn freelancer earn income as a freelancer. We do have an agency within our team. So when we get client work, I send out proposals. And if you're a freelancer, then we could hire you for that project. If you are interested in private coaching, you can definitely book that. You don't have to be a member, but members do save 50% on private coaching sessions. I have over $10,000 and growing in complete courses that you can take to learn the skills you need to grow and scale an online business based on your own passion and goals. Definitely lots of different trainings in here: how to start a freelance business, social media marketing, free Facebook traffic strategies, Facebook ad secrets, Google ads. There's even a Microsoft ads, and so on. This is great for beginners or freelancers, business owners, agency owners. If you are interested in making money online, this is a great program for you. You can check out any of the testimonial videos there, and you can see all of the benefits that you get again. And it's just $47 a month, you guys. That's like, there are some really, really expensive like coaching and training programs, and I have seen and paid for them all. And I can tell you that this is my favorite, not just because it's mine, but because I know what you guys need, and that's what I'm here for, is to provide that for you. So let me go ahead and get logged in. If you are brand new, all you need to do is get logged in and go to the live training session here. And then you will see that you need to make sure that you're logged into the e-learning to get access and chat. Okay, so if you scroll down here, you'll see that our live video is playing. If you click here, you'll actually see it playing. But you can't comment there. What you have to do is you have to go up to the live in the menu and click there, and then you'll see that that the live is playing now. The thing I don't like about this, and I think I say this every time, so I'm so sorry. I should have this already done when I start live. I'm still learning and getting used to it. So anyway, so if you guys have not if you have commented, I'm so sorry. As you can see, I don't see it because it doesn't save the comments there. Since we reuse this same live every single day, it refreshes the chat. So I'm so sorry. Definitely ask me again if you've already asked me a question. I'm going to move this over to the side now. Oh, one more thing I wanted to show you though, about the replay. I'm going to share a document with you. Actually, yeah, okay, let me share a document with you real fast. I'll go back to the live broadcast. If you go to the module that says Automate YouTube Marketing, and you go to the second video, which is what we're on today, you'll see a document here. That's what we're going to discuss today with all of the resources. Okay, so I want to go back to the live now and make sure I don't miss any of your questions. So now I'm not going to refresh anymore. So if you have questions, I will see them. Okay, so this is the document that I wanted you to download. And actually, let me just go ahead and get you the link. I'm sorry, guys. Apparently, I was just like working on something right before I went live. And even though you can be as prepared as you possibly can, sometimes just getting your mind off track is enough to throw off your whole game. Okay, so I'm going to share this in the chat. It is in the replay section though. And just so you guys know, I only answer questions live inside of my group. So if you're watching on YouTube, I also only share documents and things and resources to my team inside the live chat. Okay, that's one of the benefits that they get for being on my team. Okay, so the softwares that we're going to use today to make this happen, okay, is GetResponse and Zapier. So I already know that my Builderall users are going to say, but Bridget, why are you using GetResponse when we have Mailing Boss inside of Builderall? And the reason is, and this is what I tell you guys all the time, if you as a business or your client, if you have an agency, has a need, you need to fill it. Okay, don't be so stuck on everything has to be done within the software or it's not possible. Okay, don't ever be so loyal to a tool that your business goes down the toilet or you lose money because you can't automate something. For example, like I was telling you, if I had to do all of this manually, it would cost me 20 hours a month. Okay, that's a lot of money for me of my time. That's a lot of time, a lot of money. That's really like a part-time job. 20 hours a week would be like a part-time job. So what I want to do is automate this by using GetResponse. Yes, I have Mailing Boss. It's part of my Builderall platform, but GetResponse, it allows me to send automatically the videos. I'm going to show you how, and we're going to integrate that in Zapier. So that's why I'm using GetResponse, because it integrates with many other things, and Zapier is one of them. Now, you can use like webhooks and different things like that, but we're not going to be like so complicated when we're talking about the automation today. I want to really make this as simple as possible so you're not intimidated by this. Think about this. If this is me as a business owner, if this takes me 20 hours a month to do this, what do you think that another influencer or a client would charge? What do you think you could charge a client to do the same thing? Think about churches who do classes and sermons every single Sunday. What do you think a church would pay you to send out an email every single time they go live on their YouTube channel? I mean, that's some good money. And you guys can automate all of this stuff, and it's very simple. Okay, so again, let's not limit ourselves by the tools. Let's be the solution to the problem. Okay, if you have a client that has a need, fill it. It doesn't matter if it's Builderall, GetResponse, Zapier, Pabbly, TubeBuddy, SendSpark, or whatever it is. Be the solution to the problem. Okay, we are not limited by tools. We have an open market with a wide variety of tools. I'm just harping on this for a minute because I know I already know that I'm going to get questions, because I've already gotten questions. So I just want to address that. It's not that Mailing Boss, you can't use it. It's just for this purpose, it does not work for this purpose. And so we want to find another solution. Okay, I have a problem as a business owner. I need to find a solution. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to Zapier. Okay, so Zapier, this is actually a free account. I'm going to show you how to do this totally free. This is actually a free Zapier account. And within your free Zapier account, you get 100 tasks that you can complete, and you get 5 zaps. Okay, so a zap is basically when you say, connect this app, and then when this happens, do this. Okay, so that's basically what a zap is. And you can see here, there's so many integrations. If you guys have not checked out Zapier, definitely do. Now, you can see that I'm actually using a free account. I only have one zap on my Zapier account, and it is this one. And it's only because right now I'm using Pabbly, because Pabbly is basically a new Zapier alternative. So you can use Pabbly or you can use Zapier for this. Now, you can see here that I have built out the task, or the zap, right? It's called Zap on Zapier, but I've built it out, but for some reason, I cannot get it to fire, even though it fires perfectly on Zapier. So I'm positive that it is not a Pabbly issue. It is totally a Bridget issue. And I'm trying to learn Pabbly because I've used Zapier for years now. And I'm trying to figure out how to do the same thing on Pabbly. So when I learn it on Pabbly, I will definitely tell you. But I think it's worth telling you that Pabbly is a great alternative. And you guys can see here, if you click the links down here, they actually have a limited lifetime offer. So it's like $149 for life, and then you don't have to pay every single month. Now, if you upgrade with Zapier, if you see all of their plans, you see just to do 750 tasks a month, it's $20, or it's actually $29 if you pay month to month, and then $73, and then $440. So you can see how if you're doing this for a service for clients, and you guys will be blown away. If you've never heard of Zapier or Pabbly before or used them, you will be blown away by the things that you can do by integrating with this. It's absolutely mind-boggling. And the more that you learn, the more you're going to use it. And believe me, these tasks add up like crazy. So definitely check out Pabbly, click on that lifetime membership, or look at, you can even do the monthly plans. They even have a free plan, I think, if you would just want to check it out. But it is definitely worth it. I will definitely figure out how to make this same thing happen. I sent actually 2 emails to my list yesterday because I was testing it out, trying to get my very last, you can see I have all of these things integrated here using Pabbly. So I have all of my purchases through Super Checkout going to GetResponse. I have all of my purchases going to a different list inside, and then I have all of my purchases from Stripe going to a Google spreadsheet, the same spreadsheet with all of my PayPal, and basically my accountant gets access to that. So it's literally like I am automating my tax returns because it is adding all of my transactions to the same Google spreadsheet. So many automations. I also, if you guys are a member of my Telegram channel, I actually send, and I'm gonna show you how to do this tomorrow on Pabbly because I did get that one to work. But I'm going to show you how you can actually send a Telegram channel a message every time you upload a YouTube video. Okay, so I'm working on this one. This is my last one, but I think it was important to teach you guys this anyway, even if it's not on Pabbly, because I love to I always say it's my job to teach you what the options are, and it's your job to decide what your business needs, what you need for your purpose and plan. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do right now is I'm going to create my Zap. And if you didn't see that because I went too fast, you just want to click here, create a Zap. Okay. So right now I am, now what I need to do is I need to find a trigger. Okay. So what is the software that I want to trigger something to happen? Okay. So it's going to be YouTube. You got to spell YouTube right. That's a pro tip. So we want, every time we create a video. Now, remember, I showed you yesterday how to use Restream to create an event and then go live to multiple places. So when I create my video, or when I create my event in Restream, it's going to pull this in. Okay. So I am now still creating my video in Restream, but then when I do that, once I have this set up, it will automatically send an email to my list. So that one action of creating the Restream event also creates the link so that I can ahead of time add the live to the e-learning. It also gives me the RTMPS settings for YouTube, or for Zoom and OBS. And I can also set this up that when it does create that YouTube event, that it will live stream everywhere, but it will also send my email list an email, and with all the information within Restream. So Maria says, do you know if Mailing Boss 5.0 will work with GetResponse? Well, they're both of them are email autoresponders, so they're not going to work together because they do the same thing. But if you're asking if it will work with like Zapier, like for this purpose, I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you. I hope so. That would be great. But I honestly don't know yet. But you can set this up totally free if you're using GetResponse. There are some other options, definitely. But just keep in mind, if you don't see the value in using GetResponse for this setup, you don't have to. Okay. I just think it's so important. You may get a client that has GetResponse already and they don't want to come to Builderall and they need this service done. It's just one of those things that it's great to know that this is an option. Okay. And as your business grows, you may be like me and you're like, look, I have Builderall for all these things, but I need to be able to do this to save myself 20 hours a month. So what we're going to do, we're going to choose the YouTube app. Okay, so now we want to choose an event. So what do we want the trigger to be? A new video. So if we want to trigger when a new video is uploaded by a specific YouTube username, we could select that. Do we want a new video in the channel triggered when a new video is published to a specific YouTube channel? trigger when a new video is uploaded that matches a specific search string, or a trigger when a new video is added to a specific playlist. So it says here, note does not work for your watch later playlist. Okay, so we want to decide which of these triggers do we want to use. Now, I'm just going to choose new video on the channel because every time I upload a video to my Bridget Bartlett channel, I want it to trigger this event. So I'm going to go ahead and click continue. And now it's asking me to sign into YouTube. So I'm going to go ahead and sign into my YouTube channel. And I'm going to choose this channel here, even though I have several. And I'm going to allow Zapier to have access to my YouTube channel. Okay. So now I have access to my YouTube channel. So I'm going to click continue. And here it says, watch for new videos uploaded within this channel. The channel ID looks something like this. Okay, so we need the channel ID. To get that, we just need to go to our actual channel. I'm going to go to my YouTube channel, and I'm going to go to click over here and go to your channel. Now you can see here, and I'll have to drag it down because I know I have that, oops. I know, sorry about that. I just shrunk that down and it changed everything. You need the URL. Stop doing that. Sorry, guys. Okay, so I'm trying to get this down here so that you can see. Okay, so you need the URL up here. Now you see how it says channel, and then it says slash, and then it has the ID. What we want to do is copy everything from channel on. So I'm going to click copy here. Let me minimize this and open up my window. Let me also open the chat back up because it closed that one down too. Okay, so now we need to add our channel ID. Okay, so I'm just going to paste right here, and it does tell you exactly here what you need to put. So now I have my channel ID. I'm going to click continue. And we're going to test the trigger now. Okay, so we're going to click test trigger. And what it does is it actually pulls in like a video example, okay? So how to send an email list when you upload your new YouTube video. So what it did is it pulled in my active video right now, okay? So this is what we're actually working with right now. So I'm going to look through it. Yes, it's cool. It's exactly what I'm wanting. So now I need to say, okay, now that we have the video, now what do we want to do with it? There are so many things that you could do with it. You could add it to a Google spreadsheet. You could add it to, you know, Google Drive. Like there's so many things that you could do with it. So what we're going to do is we're going to say we want it to actually communicate with GetResponse. That's the app that we're going to use. So I'm going to click here now because now we're going to tell it what do we want it to do? Well, I want it to create a newsletter because a newsletter is what a one-off email is, or like a broadcast email in Builderall is what it's called. So we're going to create a newsletter, and I'm going to click continue. So now we need to sign into GetResponse. So I'm going to click here, and I need the API key. Okay, so I'm actually, I can't show you this, but what we need to do is actually go to API, and we need to give it a name, and then it'll give us a code that that we can use. So let me actually move this over here because I don't want you to see me actually creating it. So we're gonna say, okay, so let me go back here now and sign into GetResponse. Okay, let me move this over here. Okay, and then I'm going to click yes and continue. Okay, so now we are logged in there. Let me get out of GetResponse now. So now we are logged into our GetResponse account, and that's all I did. I'm sorry I couldn't show you that, but it's like a secret thing. So now that we have connected our GetResponse, now what we need to do is give our action a name. Okay, so I'm actually going to call this live training, or we could just call it YouTube video added. And now we're going to choose the flags. Okay, so basically what do we want to track on this email? I always choose open rate. Here is the subject line. Now here is where you can actually do what's called mapping. Okay, so what it does is it takes the kind of like if we compare it to like builder auto tags. So it's like I don't want to just put any title in here, like a static title. I could type in live training today, here's the video, or something like that. But what I want to do is actually send an email with the subject line, the title of my YouTube video. Now, in this instance, the example it's pulling in is it's saying how to send an email to your list when you upload a new YouTube video. But I don't want it to say that every single time. So by choosing this tag here, we'll call it, it basically tells Zapier, hey, whatever's in that field, that's the information that we want you to put in the subject line. So that is going to be the subject of the email that I'm sending. Now, I need to choose a list. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and choose test, but I can choose any list that I want to send the email to. Okay, so now I want to choose what from address do I want to send it from? What email within GetResponse that I have do I want to send the email from? Okay, so I'm going to choose my info at Bridget Bartlett. Now here is where I want to create the content. Okay, so I could type in it's that time again, and that will be static every single time. But what if after that I wanted my video description? Now this is the same video description that I add when I am creating the event in Restream. So when I add that description in Restream, it goes and posts to Facebook and Twitch and all those places. And then on YouTube, it posts that in the description. Okay, so that is what our video is about, and that is what we're going to choose here. Okay, so we're going to say in our email it's that time again, and then it will say whatever is in that video description field. In this example, if you hover over it, it tells you join us today at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I show you how to send an email to your list when I upload a new video to my YouTube channel. This, and so on. Okay, so that's what the email is going to say. Now, I also want to give them the link to the video, right? But if you're a member, you watch in a different place. So I want to make sure that when I'm sending this email out that I'm addressing people who are team members and people who are not. So I'm going to hit a space here, and I'm going to say, if you are a team member, you can watch on the replays page here. And I'm going to share the link. And then this link, it will be clickable, and they will be able to click when they receive the email. Okay, so here is my email here, but I still need to add the YouTube video link. Okay, so I'm going to add, if you are not a member, you can still join us on my YouTube channel. And now I'm going to click down here, and you see YouTube URL. So I can click here. Now, no matter what that YouTube URL is, because remember, it's going to change every day because we're going live. This is the event. This is the link to this specific video. So it's going to change every time it does this zap. Okay. So this is going to be the text of my email. I could also say, see you in the training. And maybe remove some space. Okay. We could also paste some plain text here if we wanted to. So let's just go ahead. We'll copy this and we'll just paste that. Okay, so now the next one is the type of email, right? Do we want it to broadcast, or do we want to save as a draft? You may want to save as a draft, and then you maybe want to like edit it and all that stuff. It will be already created in your GetResponse account. So again, it's all about you and your business and how you want to structure it. But I'm just going to say broadcast, and then we just want it to go live immediately. Now within GetResponse, you can choose to send at a specific time. What I want is actually say I want to just send out the email as soon as I create the event. Okay, so you can choose any of these options here, but honestly, this says message will be sent according to each recipient's time zone. It can be combined with perfect timing. So if you do want it to be like maybe 1 p.m., Eastern Standard Time, send it to everyone according to whatever their time zone is. So if I want it to be 1 p.m. my time and 1 p.m. Maria's time and 1 p.m. Barbara's time, I could choose to the time travel option. Or maybe I want to choose the perfect timing option where it's like maybe Maria, since we're in different parts of the world, maybe Maria every morning at 7 a.m. she opens up her emails and checks them all. And that would be what GetResponse would consider perfect timing for Maria. So we could choose that, and then it would send at that time, or we could just not choose this option and then have it go out at everyone at the same time. Okay, so especially important when you have clients all over the world. Okay, so you may want to consider that as well. I'm not going to choose this option. I'm just going to leave that blank. Now I want to choose the list that I want to send this message to, this broadcast email. So I'm going to choose my test list here. And then I can also choose to exclude a list. I'm not going to worry about that. You can also set a specific day and time. I'm not going to worry about that either because I just want it to send as soon as the YouTube video is created. So I'm going to click continue now. So now we have our email. You can make sure to go through here and check it. This is what it's going to look like. It's going to flag for the open rate. You have your subject line here too. You can even add emoticons. It's going to pull from the list here, and it's going to use this from address. Here is what the content HTML and the content plane is going to look like, because depending on however the receiver of the email has their email set, you want to make sure that it looks good on both. Also, we're going to choose the broadcast type. We're not going to use the time traveler perfect timing options. And then again, we have our test list selected. And I could click test and continue, but I don't want it to send my whole list. Actually, I could because I'm using test. Okay. So now we've just sent an email. So let me see if I can get into GetResponse. I'm not sure if it'll do it. Let's go to lists and go to test. Oh, actually, we need to go to reports. And let's go down and see. Okay, so I don't think it's going to show that in there because there's no receivers in there. So anyway, so I can't actually verify that test. But it says that it was sent to GetResponse about 30 seconds ago. And so I should have, if I had recipients in that email list, the recipient should have received an email. Okay, so once you have verified that, you can turn on the Zap. And then now it's set up. You never ever have to get into Zapier ever again. What will happen is whether you go to YouTube and upload manually, or you set it up through Restream, or however, you could go live on YouTube, you could upload on YouTube, however a video gets added to that YouTube channel, it's going to send an email to that list with the information that we told it to do. Okay, so hopefully you guys have, I've opened up your world to like a possibility that maybe you didn't even consider. Again, I want to tell you, Pabbly, I just want to show you real quickly. If you click here, you can see like it's basically the same setup. You want to choose your channel ID and all of this. But for some reason, I'm having, I was testing all of this out. I'm having issues getting it to talk to GetResponse. So I don't, like I said, I'm positive that it's something I'm doing. As soon as I figure this out, I'm full blown going to Pabbly, because Pabbly does everything that Zapier does, and I don't have that monthly reoccurring cost. So that will definitely save a lot of money. Pabbly also has some other features. I'm sure I'll do more trainings about that in the future. If you look at your worksheet here for the day, you can actually click here to transfer that Zapier workflow that I created. Okay, so it's really cool, and Pabbly has the same option. So if you create a workflow in Zapier, you can actually click here, and then you can see to share the link. So if you wanted to do that in Pabbly, you could just click here, and then click share, and then you get a link as well. Okay. So anyway, that's what I wanted to go over with you today. And tomorrow we are going to talk about how to send a Telegram message when a new video is added to YouTube. So this is a really, really cool thing. I love Telegram. If you guys, if you're in my team, we have our own private Telegram group, but I also have a Telegram channel, and it's an excellent way to, you have your private group for the people who are members of your team. But if you want to build an audience on Telegram, you can actually create your own Telegram channel, and then this is the beauty of automation. Even if you hate Telegram, you could still build a Telegram channel, and it's another source that's not as flooded as maybe Facebook or some other alternatives. So again, it's, you really have to find your traffic source based on wherever you like to spend your time and all of that, but it doesn't mean that you can't utilize the traffic from that platform. So that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So we'll definitely talk about how to create channels and groups and how to create a bot to make all of this happen. So I will see you all tomorrow, same time, same place. Go make your vision a reality.